Hey guys, Jake Does Sports here. People are gonna get mad at me making this video, but Notre Dame is sitting in a pretty good spot here, and I'll tell you why. All the people that think the head-to-head is gonna come into account tomorrow for Miami and Notre Dame, I don't think it will. I really don't. And for those of you watching, I'm a Notre Dame fan, one. And two, I think Miami should be ranked above Notre Dame. Obviously, I don't want them to because Notre Dame, I want them in the playoff, and I think they have a real chance to win the Natty this year. But it is clear that Miami should be ranked above Notre Dame. But the simple fact that they had Miami ranked behind Notre Dame like 4 weeks ago, I just don't think you can change it now on principle. Like, I just don't think that's possible, and I don't think they will because BYU lost. That knocks BYU out. Miami will move up. But Bama got destroyed in that game against Georgia, and people are going to say it was only by 21 points, which is still a lot. If you watched the game, it was a lot worse than that. And this is the 1 week where the committee all gathers together and watches the game. So they saw every single play of that game, and they saw how much Georgia got destroyed, or Georgia destroyed Bama. And I believe I believe Kirk Herbstreit was saying that a conference championship loser has never stayed even in the rankings. They've always gone down. And if they go down, the next team going up is Notre Dame. And then there's that buffer between Bama and Miami. And so at this point, I really think the debate is now between Bama and Miami. And we'll see what that looks like. Maybe I'm wrong and Notre Dame is somehow still in this mess. But I don't see how Bama's not going to drop. And I think the question is now, how much does Bama drop? Do they drop past Miami to where Miami and Notre Dame get in? Or do they just drop past Notre Dame? Because there is probably a 99% chance they are dropping somewhat. Because it has always happened, and they got blown out. And if they don't drop, then that also means that BYU's not going to drop after losing to Texas Tech, and then Notre Dame's chilling either way. So that's my perspective on things. I think Notre Dame is actually going to be fine somehow. I said at the beginning, in the last video, what Notre Dame needed was BYU to lose in any sort of way, and they needed a Georgia blowout over Bama, and that's basically what happened. Today was the best case scenario for Notre Dame possible, and I really do think, I'm not going to put odds on it because people are going to come back to this video if they somehow don't make it, and they're going to be like, but the chances are looking good. I'm just going to say that because if you drop Bama, you're not going to jump Miami all the way up from 12 to 9 after not playing. It's just not going to happen. Or if they do that, it would be because they drop Bama and then have Miami and Notre Dame side by side. But I was listening to Hunter Yurchek, and it really sounds like the only possible thing that would make two idle teams move on Conference Championship Sunday is that strength of schedule changing based on what happens during Conference Championship weekend. And there was only one possibility for either team to improve their strength of schedule. Miami, Notre Dame, that is. And it was Notre Dame. And their strength of schedule did increase because they beat Boise State, and Boise State won the Mountain West. So that does make their strength of schedule better. It helps marginally, but again, when you're looking at those two teams, anything can help. Anything can help. But yeah, if you're a Notre Dame fan, I'm sleeping pretty good tonight. I really think they have a good chance tomorrow. Again, I'll say it one more time. I think BYU's going to drop, so people are going to be like, oh, Miami and Notre Dame are going to be right side by side. I don't think that's going to be the case again because Bama's going to be dropping. That will put Notre Dame into that 9th slot, and then it's going to be a debate between Bama and Miami. And I think they're going to go with Bama because I don't think I think that's the whole reason they did that. I think the whole reason they moved Notre Dame and Bama, I think the whole reason they swapped them was to give Bama that buffer in case they lost. They won't say it. I think the reason they said it was because they barely beat a terrible Auburn team. So you're telling me Notre Dame gets punished for not playing in a close game and Bama does? It doesn't make sense. They won't tell you, but the reason they did it is to give Bama that buffer. And so now that they lost, they're going to move them back, slot Notre Dame back, and I just don't see there being room for Miami. And that's going to piss Miami fans off. Sorry, you beat us head-to-head. Try winning your conference. You want to give me crap and Notre Dame crap for not playing in a conference? You playing one. You're trying to get into the playoffs, and you didn't even make your conference championship, and a 7-5 Duke team is in your place. I don't care about tiebreakers. How do you not beat a 7-5 Duke in terms of making the ACC championship? That is embarrassing for you. And that's a poor reflection on Miami. It really is. Like, that's something that needs to be punished and put against them. The fact that a not great Virginia team and a 7-5 Duke team that lost to Tulane, Illinois, and UConn is playing in your conference championship over you. And you've been in the ACC for 20-something years now. You haven't even won it. Pathetic. It's honestly pathetic. So, but yeah, all that aside, like what I think is going to happen tomorrow, I think it's going to be Notre Dame 9, Bama 10. Is there still a chance Notre Dame doesn't make it? Of course, this committee's done crazier things, but I really think we're looking at Notre Dame 9, Bama 10, and it's going to be that discussion between Bama and Miami just because Bama got blown out. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Sorry, I guess head-to-head doesn't matter now. People are going to get so pissed about it, but like it's Notre Dame's very up there in game control, very up there in FPI, and like again, it's going to be this age-old debate, and Notre Dame was on the other side of it a couple years ago of Notre Dame being more deserving but not necessarily better. Notre Dame this year, I would say, is better, less deserving, and I think the committee's just got to find the balance between that and find some sort of solution because the solution is not adding teams, and if they continue to do that, the game will be ruined. Point blank, period, bar none. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll give you my reaction for Selection Sunday. We'll talk about it. We'll see if the Hurricanes make it. Yep, you beat us. Try not to lose to 2 unranked teams, though. Challenge impossible for Miami. Try to lose a game in November. Challenge impossible for Miami. They continue to fail over and over again. So we'll see. They haven't made the playoffs, like, at all. They haven't won anything relevant since 2001. Yeah, I know we haven't won anything since 1998. At least we made a natty last year, and we actually made it to your conference championship the same amount of times as you. Yes, Notre Dame, who does not play in a conference, has 1 appearance in the ACC title. That's the same amount as Miami, and Miami's been in the league for 20-something years now. Pathetic. Go Irish. Beat whatever team we play in the college football playoff, assuming we make it. And yeah, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see on Sunday. So, see you guys.